What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd, this channel where I give my reviews on today's nerd news. And boy, do we got a lot of news. We've got news about the movie industry, movies, video games, and of course, the PS5 breakdown. So I'm gonna say the PS5 for the last. I'm gonna start with the movies. Now, if you guys don't know, movie industry is hurt. It's hurting bad because all the movies have been pushed back further and further and further away. And in fact, like say, if you guys didn't know, Tenet came out. That was gonna be the first major Tedpole movie that was gonna get everyone back to the movies. But it came out and made a decent amount, about 300 million. But everybody else after it, because the only way for this industry to have flourished would have been if they had consecutive movies afterwards to get people going into the movies. But because of the way COVID is and our president not doing right, and then the whole White House being affected, people ain't too trustworthy. And plus, the major factor that has been hurting the movie industry is New York and LA, especially New York, because Cuomo is now opening up because he doesn't think the movie theaters are essential. So bowling alleys and gyms and everything's open. Like bowling alleys, I don't even know why, but maybe he thinks it's just an more open area. But because of that, the industry, as far as the movies, have been pushing their movies back. Say Wonder Woman, that got pushed back to December 25th, so that's still set for there. But a good day to die, James Bond Universal movie, that got pushed back until next year. What was it? Dune was the end of this year, supposed to be around the Christmas time. That got pushed all the way back to 2021. Batman, that was supposed to be in 2021, got pushed back to 2022. Jurassic World, the Domination, or I forget what it's called, but that got pushed back to 2022. A lot of movies got pushed back, and this is hurting them. Like in the Batman movie, especially because there's rumors, right? And I'm not gonna say that it's for sure, but that one got pushed back. But a lot of people, or there's rumors that says that it might not have been because of what we think as far as the COVID. It could be because Matt Reeves isn't getting along with Robert Pattinson, because Robert Pattinson, to me, I know he's trying to get out of the shadow of the Twilight, but he seems a little too uppity. In the summer, he was joking, or not even joking. He was telling how the trainers that they paid for was begging him to train, and he wasn't. He was like, he didn't feel like it. So and then he's going into the movies, and it seems like Matt Reeves, he wants him to train to get better or whatever, but but Robert Pattinson's being kind of lazy, or he's just fighting it, and there's clashing. So there's talks that this may be just a one and done, because they don't, like, Matt Reeves doesn't want to deal with him anymore, and they're just trying to do the movie. And so right now it's just a little time, space, and cooling off. I don't know if that's true. Don't know if that's true. For all it could be, just be the whole everything got shuffled around. But I don't. I could believe it, because it's just how I see Robert Pattinson. And not saying he's a bad actor. He's a good actor. It's just the fact that he just seems like he thinks he's above it all now. Like, since he's trying to get out of the whole shadow of Twilight, he just thinks that he's just so above. He's like, I'm our tour. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely see that. But that being said, movies being pushed, and I'm just gonna stop it at that. All these movies are getting pushed, and the industry's hurting bad. I don't know how they can survive. But Regal's closed down, and AMC's still staying open. So AMC may be getting all the leftovers from Regal. But we'll see how that works out for them, because there are no movies as of right now. They're just playing repeats. And Wonder Woman, fingers crossed that it's staying at the 25th of December, but who knows? That might get pushed. All right. Another thing, as far as the movies, Spider-Man 3. We all, like last week, there was talks about, Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro. And then now this week, there's talks about all the Spider-Mans, Tobey Maguire, what's it called? I forget the second one from Amazing Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield is going to be back, and there's talks of that stuff. And now they're saying that Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in the Spider-Man 3 movie. Now, that could be something that people talk about, because was it Doctor Strange and Madness Multiverse or whatever, that might have something to do with the WandaVision and then cross over into the Spider-Man, which is how we could get our own little Spiderverse, like the one we had with the Sony with Miles Morales, but it's stepped into real life with Tobey Maguire and I keep forgetting that guy's name, Andrew Garfield, and we could get all those. So I'm not sure, but I'm not liking the way it seems like they're just relying on Spider-Man to just be always having like a cameo. Like it isn't just his movie. Like it's like like not Universal, Marvel can't just have Spider-Man hold up his own movie without having someone from the MCU come into it. I don't understand. You want to just keep it closed, like they're working together, but I don't know. But hey, the way everything is, it's a whole crazy universe. So maybe this is the best way they can do it. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, another movie that's coming is Don't Breathe 2. If you guys never seen Don't Breathe, the first one, with Stephen Lang as the bad, grumpy guy that people broke into his house, is blind, but you find out he's all types of effed up. And yeah, so they just finished wrapping. They finished recording the movie. The movie's done. So I don't know if they gotta do like some post editing or something like that, but I don't know when it's gonna come out, but I can't wait to see. But the plot line of that is that apparently it's 7 years later. He's adopted a girl that's been like left, like she's been orphaned, and he's raising her, and that's what he really wanted because he lost. Like, if you guys don't know, sort of plot, he lost his daughter tragically, so that's why he was doing some really bad stuff, and that's why he was all types of jacked up in the first movie. So he's got a daughter, I guess not surrogate, but adopted daughter that he's taking care of, and she gets kidnapped, and then that's when he goes all types of crazy and it goes after him, sort of like a Rambo, Last Blood. So he's not the antagonist anymore. He's gonna be the protagonist, and I'm sort of down for it because Stephen Lang. I wanted him to be my Cable. I mean, I'm not saying that Josh Brolin didn't do a good job, but Stephen Lang, he was the person everybody wanted. But glad to see this movie still going because it was talks like when the movie came out, they made it like there was gonna be a sequel, and then you didn't hear nothing. But finally, it's happening. So looking forward to that. Ready Player 2. Ready Player One, I loved it. Directed by Steven Spielberg. Ready Player Two, the guy that wrote the first one is now finishing writing up, or he's decided. I think he just finished writing the second one, Ready Player Two. And basically, the synopsis is that the kid who won the hidden treasure, or whatever, right, and took over after he apparently a couple days later. He finds out that there's another hidden treasure that was left in there, and it's like this technology that could change the whole world all over again and raise it up to another level. And there's really bad guy that could threaten not just the virtual world but the real world and everybody in it. So that's gonna be like the synopsis. I'm just giving like a quick rundown just off the top of my head. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see that. I like it, and Steven Spielberg says he's still on board to direct this when it's ready. So hey, I'm looking forward to it. I don't really think I'm gonna read it. I'll wait for the movie. But if you guys want to, the book's gonna be coming out. So check it out and read it. And tell me what you guys think about that, and if you guys are gonna read it. All right, next we've got the last thing as far as the movie news. Green Lantern, not movies, but Green Lantern is finally getting a series on HBO Max, right? There was talks about this Green Lantern, but except it's gonna have it's not gonna have Hal Jordan, it's not gonna have John Stewart, it's not gonna have Kyle Rayner either. I believe it's just gonna have Jessica Cruz. It's gonna have Guy Gardner. I forget the other guy's name, but it's not gonna have the main people that we know as Green Lantern. And I think that's weird. But they said they're gonna have more, so it's gonna be a Green Lantern Corps kind of series, and it could work. I don't know how. Like, I think they should kind of follow the basics. At least have like everybody's had the Hal Jordan. Give John Stewart his time to shine, man. We all loved him in the animated series of the Justice League, the animated series. I just want to see this guy. I want to see him in live action. Tyrese wanted to be him. Don't think that's ever gonna happen, but definitely want to see how this goes out. And I've got HBO Max for life for free because I did something joined up with AT&T, so I'm good with that. Can't wait to see it, and we'll see how that works out. Right. Next, video games. Mortal Kombat. Right. Mortal Kombat 11 just put out a trailer. And we've had RoboCop, we've had the Terminator. I don't think we have the Arnold Schwarzenegger that fought the Predator, but we're getting Rambo. So we've got RoboCop, we got Terminator, we got Rambo. I'm telling you, I don't know where else they can go from that, but Definitely looking for that. Like, if you guys haven't seen Rambo: Last Blood, check that out. That is a good movie, fun time. A lot of killing. It's like Home Alone but with death traps. But yeah, Rambo. Can't wait to see that. Mortal Kombat 11. It's a really good game, and they just keep pumping out this DLC, man. They just keep pumping out this DLC, sort of like Smash Bros. This is, I don't know if this is the last pack. It says package too, uh, but that's crazy. All the characters that got added from the last one, that was only like pack one, pack two. Well, I'm gonna buy the game probably when it has everybody on it. To save me some money. But yeah, definitely can't wait to see that Rambo. And then the last of like video game news in a way is Resident
Resident
Evil. Yep, they had a
Evil.
Resident Evil movie, but they're gonna have a Resident Evil movie based on the Resident Evil 1 and 2 games. And they've already got their cast for Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, uh, Whisker. They've got all these characters already cast, and I don't know when they're gonna start production, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. Video games have come along. Like the Tomb Raider game was good, but Assassin's Creed sucked. Not. I don't know if you can count the World of Warcraft because it was kind of CG. I didn't mind it; it was okay to me, but a lot of people didn't like it, and definitely a lot of people did not like the Assassin's Creed game. But like I said, I like the Tomb Raider. Can't wait for the second one. It was greenlit, so that's gonna happen. But as far as this, I don't know when's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna start, taking places that starting production. But I look forward to it because I like the remake that they did with the game and of Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2 definitely. So if they can talk and people that worked with that, I'm down for that. All right, last news. That's the major thing was this week was a breakdown. They cracked open this PS5 and this baby is a behemoth. This, when I say thick, this is one thick baby right there. It broke it down. You got to see the stand. It's weird because the stand has a screw that you can unscrew, like a flathead screw. You take it out. It's got a clip in the base. You can put it in, and then you got a sticker. You put it over, cover the hole. But you need a stand no matter which way you put the PS5. Unlike other PS5s, like the one I got, where you can either stand it up, put it down. I thought maybe it's just if you stand it up, you need a base, to keep it stable. But when you have it down, but it gives it like a hovering aesthetic, so it looks kind of classy in a way. But regardless, it's still a big baby right there. And the storage, the SSD, they showed how you can add, and they showed the control bits, and they showed the breakdown of the control SSD. It's like 5.5 gigabytes, whatever. The way the whole board is set up with the memory and the gigs, it looks nice. I like the whole setup aesthetic. It looks nice. The fan is massive. That thing's like almost the size of your head. It's literally like this, but it blows from on both sides. It's not like the traditional fan. It's like a kind of like a wheel for like a water wheel. It looks like sort of like a water wheel, and the sides you can sort of when you take it off. And the best part about it is it look like you can vacuum from the sides to keep it clean. So that's what's cool about that. It's like 120 millimeters thick or height or whatever, and then width of it is 45 millimeters. So that thing is big. It's silent, and it takes out a lot of heat. Also, there's like a Terminator liquid metal that keeps the chip cool. It's some like I said, they spent a lot of money on this new technology, and it seems like it's gonna work out because from all counts, it's keeping cool even in a heated room of like 80 something degrees. It stays cool. The system stays cool, and it's working fine. The Xbox Series X, on the other hand, I hear that thing's generating a lot of heat, and then even when you take out the SD, the proprietary memory, it like burns your hands. So good on Sony for that. Um, the size of it, it's about, how you say, it's a 4 inches. It's like a 4.1 inches thick. Or like this, the thickness of it. The depth of it is 10.3, 10, yeah, about 10.2 inches deep. So like from the front to the back, it's about 10 inches, and then the height is 15.35 inches, right? Height. So that's about, you're looking at something like this, right? So it's a little bit taller than I guess what the PS4 is, but I still think it'll work because it's not too big I think I can see that thing sliding right on the side of it. So definitely looking forward to that. And the best part about it, you could change these faceplates. Just like the Xbox 360 where you could change the faceplates on that. On this thing, you can do it on both sides. I'm still looking forward to me getting my, my special edition God of War PS5, and hopefully there's no Pro by next year because people are gonna be pissed if there is. But yeah, PS5 God of War edition. Looking forward to that. But until then, or you guys probably be able to have some faceplates to change. So can't wait for that. The disc drive, it was like normal, silent, and it's good. So that's pretty much a quick breakdown of the PS5. Looks great, sounds great. Can't wait to get that thing in my house, but I'm not buying it right off the first day because I don't want to have to send this thing back with issues. So thank you for watching my video. That's the week rundown of the nerd news. And if you guys want to talk about anything, remember, just comment down below on any of the topics I talked about. If you're interested in getting some of these things, if you're interested in the movie industry, the movies coming out, the video game movies, the video game characters and all this stuff, just let me know. I love talking to you people. And remember to comment, like this video, subscribe, and remember, I'm with Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you just been notified. Catch you guys on the next video.